What's up guys, Commander Alex here, and today we're going to be talking about attack cooldowns, attack speed, and how this all works into how attack speed actually scales better for different heroes in the game. So first things that I want to get out of the way here is we're not going to be addressing the fact that Taka actually had a change to his attack cooldown and his attack speed in the latest buff. It's really just not something I want to get into. It's pretty complicated about how there was actually a slight buff to him, even though it seemed like it didn't change anything about him. But we're actually going to be talking about how buying attack speed on different heroes is better for some heroes. So let's take an example. For Adagio, his attack cooldown is 1.4, as is most champions. But at level 1, he has 100% attack speed, so at level 1, his actual attack cooldown is 1.4. Now, Adagio doesn't actually have any attack speed scaling, meaning that at level 1, he has 100% attack speed, and at level 12, he has 100% attack speed. So his attack cooldown at level 12 is the same at level 1. It is 1.4 seconds. But say you were to buy 50% attack speed on Adagio. So that means that his attack speed is then 150% at level 12, and that means that he now has a 0.93 cooldown when it comes to his attack cooldown at level 12. That means that he had a reduction of 0.47 seconds. That's a very, very large reduction as far as time goes when it comes to attacks. So if you have a basically half-second cooldown, or not a half-second cooldown, but a half-second reduction in your cooldown, that means that you're getting a really, really big buff as far as your attack speed goes. But then you look at Vox. Vox actually scales really, really well with attack speed. At level 1, he has 100% attack speed, which means that his attack cooldown is 1.4 since his base attack cooldown is 1.4. But at level 12, he has 151 attack speed. That means that at level 12, his attack cooldown is 0.93 because he has a base cooldown of 0.14. Or rather 1.4, and then that divided by 1.51 equals 0.93. So that's some pretty major scaling as far as attack speed go. But then you'll look at buying attack speed on Vox. Now Vox, if you were to buy 50% attack speed on him, just like you did on Adagio, he would then have a 201% attack speed, and that would mean that if you were to take his base attack cooldown of 1.4 divided by his attack speed of 2.01, you would actually end up getting an attack cooldown of 0.7. Now that's a very, very short cooldown, but if you look at the reduction from that cooldown at level 12 to his base cooldown at level 12, it's actually only a reduction of 0.23. Now what you're seeing here is that the reduction is a lot smaller than it was on Adagio. That's because Adagio doesn't scale with attack speed, meaning that buying attack speed on him is actually better for you. It's more beneficial to buy attack speed on Adagio than it is for Vox. Now this doesn't take into account things like Fortress, who if you buy attack speed on him, he can get his blood sacks onto someone to trigger that little burst of damage. And it doesn't take into account the fact that Vox is a carry, therefore attack speed is going to be doing a lot more for him than Adagio, who's a support. But this does mean that as far as stats go, buying attack speed on Adagio is more beneficial to you than it is to buy attack speed on Vox. So I hope you guys got something out of this. If you don't understand it, just leave a comment down below. I'll do my best to describe it again to you guys. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscription. And I would like to give a shout out to Broken Myth. They were the ones that discovered this whole thing about attack cooldowns. I believe it's actually in the in-game news section. But I just wanted to go a little bit more in depth on it. And I wanted to talk about kind of how this actually affects you buying attack speed in the game and how big of a difference it can make between heroes. So that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Become a lieutenant today. See ya.